Hey guys, welcome back to Pro Row 784. And if this is your first time over here enjoying our videos, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, getting really close, and I want to appreciate everything. All you returning subscribers, appreciate you guys coming. So listen, today's video, me out in the shop by myself. Got the 850 up here on the rack here, going to be doing some stuff here. This is the 1000 that Brandon's been training on. That thing's been working out really well. This one here we had an issue with the other day. This is the 850, okay? This is the 850 that you know, Brandon raced, let's see, 2 years ago in the pro class. And anyway, so we've been redoing some things on it and all that. And then I ended up breaking the transmission at a local race, and we bought a brand new transmission supposedly, okay, and put it in this quad, and it is broken again. And Brandon was riding it this time out at the property, real sandy. As you can see, the quad, I haven't even rinsed it off. I just lifted it up here to get it on the rack here so I can see what the heck's going on. It only has front wheel drive, no rear wheel drive. Now the interesting thing is, the difference is in this one and the other one that broke, the input shaft I don't think is broken. I'm not sure if it's something with the ring and pinion. I'm not sure yet, but it certainly don't have rear wheel drive. But whenever you turn it, I mean, it's still turning the front wheels, okay? So it's kind of, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of interesting of what's going on, because if the ring and gear is broken, I don't know how it'd be turning just the front. So I'm not quite sure yet of what is going on, and I think we pretty much ruled out a rear diff, because the dry shaft here does not spin. Basically, if you were to put the quad up in the air, okay, with the front tires, and leave the rear tires on the ground, put it in gear and creep forward, the front tires will turn, but the rear tires will not, including that shaft right there. So, but it is kind of interesting. I pulled this actuator off here, and whenever I turn the front tires, that shaft turns all the way through. So this is kind of going to be a really interesting project for me to try to figure out. And I'll be honest with you, I have no clue. I have no clue of what's going on yet. My hunch was it was that same shaft, but not unless that shaft has gotten to a point where it's binding up and it's turning the front and rear, you know, with no weight. I don't know. So I'm going to tackle the transmission, I think. I think I'm going to remove that transmission and try to tackle that and see if that's it. It may not be. I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting project for me to get in there and figure out. I'd like to get it out, pull it apart, figure out what's going on. This is a new one for me. So, you know, some of you other guys may have had this happen. And, you know, I'd like some insight. But this is kind of crazy. This one actually lasted... my goodness, probably 6 hours, maybe. Brand new transmission only lasts 6 hours, so it's kind of interesting. Not unless some of the internals wasn't correctly done. I have no idea, but anyway, so we're going to get after it here. I've got this side here off just to look at it. Got to remove the exhaust and stuff like that, so you guys hang tight. So I'm draining the oil out of the transmission here, and taking my flashlight and looking, and I don't see any kind of metal, like, you know, that kind of stuff or whatever, but it's going in that oil pan there, but I don't know. So I don't think it's a bearing or something like that. I have pulled this shaft off back here, and all that looks to be okay, but I don't know. We're gonna let this oil drain out of here, and got to remove this actuator off, got to take this off here, and then some of the stuff here. Got to get that exhaust there off. So yeah, it's, you know, I just did this, so pretty much know how to do it. So let me get after it here, but I just wanted to show you, kind of interesting that oil, obviously it's not that old, but it's clean. Probably gonna be a little bit loud in here. I got the air compressor over there running, just a little portable one, but anyway, got everything on this side here, and I'm working on this side here. There's the Maverick BNR Maverick clutch that we run there, and so what I'm doing is I'm waiting on the air pressure to build up in that thing there. I've got my big air compressor out back, but I don't have it on. But anyway, I got to get this this off here. This is part of the primary clutch. And then got to pull this shroud off, pull the exhaust off. I got the bolts loose there. Pull this cover off, and then I can be able to get those few bolts out behind there. But other than that, should be able to rock out and get this thing out and get it looked at. Okay guys, so I got the transmission out. Okay, so my air finally built up enough to get the primary clutch off there, but the transmission's out and it's laying over here. So I'm going to take you guys with me. We're getting ready to take this thing apart and find out together what happened. This is where the secondary clutch rides at. This area is where I think the issue is. I'm not positive, but what I want to do first is I want to pull this side cover here off. This input shaft spins there and goes all the way up to the front. Okay, so my hunch is it's somewhere in this area. There's a ring gear right here. You can see this little bubble here. There's a ring gear right there. My suspicion is it's somewhere in this area here. It could be this, could be back there. So let's pull this cover here off first to start with, and then if I have to, I'll break the other side down and we'll see what's wrong with this thing. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed because I really want to share this with you guys. You guys are gonna see the same thing I see at the same amount of time. So so I got to get this little cover here off in the back here. I've not cleaned none of this stuff up. I'm really interested in seeing what's going on here. My hunch is I'm gonna have to do all this anyway. That's a 10mm, not an 8. So let's get started here. I'm doing all this one-handed, guys. Just lay these right there. Now the last one, this little cover right here was broken. When it broke this shaft right here and that other one, this little piece here was broken, but this one is not broken, which leans to tell me that it's a different kind of brake. So just a part of the gasket there. Well, that bearing looks intact there, so okay. Okay, those are 10s, and I thought they was, yeah, 2 more 10s. There's a total of 4 10s around where the bearing housing goes, and then all these others are 8s. You could tell the guys rebuilt it because there's silicone everywhere on all these nuts and bolts and all that stuff. So the fella that we got it from certainly rebuilt this transmission or had been inside this thing, because there's silicone everywhere. That one was already loose here because there's a little pin that goes on there. This one and this one, and there's another long one over here. Okay, I think that's all. That one there just holds the sensor in there. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the speedometer sensor. I'm not positive on that, but I think that's what that one is. And these two here are long. Okay, I think that's it. Now there's a little ear right here. I'm going to try to pry on here a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Gotta be real careful with that. I don't want to break nothing. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna pick this thing up and let's see what we got. Hopefully we're gonna see something right here, hopefully. Lay this over here. Well, that looks fine. Look at that. Look at that. Same thing. There's your shaft broken right there. It's broke clean in half right there. Look at that. There it is. So the pinion, oh, that looks good, but that darn shaft, it goes from there, this goes to the front, that is broke clean in half. There you go. I'm gonna pick this thing up. Look here. There it is. So there we go. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. All this looks good. That's the reason why I didn't see any metal shavings or anything. So what happens is this little shaft right here breaks. Now, explain to me, I'm not quite sure how this has happened. Now I will tell you, I know how the first one broke, just because we had a little rattle in it. Brandon went off side of snowshoe one year with this thing, let's see, a couple years ago, and it damaged it then, and I bet it cracked that shaft. And then of course my lazy butt riding that damn thing that day come out of some whoops, and it slammed down and it broke it. Now that's what broke the first one. What broke this one, I have no idea. So my hunch is this is a rebuilt transmission. The guy probably did all the bearings and that kind of stuff, but he probably did not replace this shaft. Okay, so that just leans to tell me that it's probably just time. And I don't know how many hours that joker had on it, but listen, no more used transmissions and no more rebuilt transmissions for us, just because of the aggravation here. So I'm gonna attempt to try to find that gear. I had a hard time last time. The reason why I bought a whole new transmission is because I had a hard time finding that gear. So I'm gonna call our buddies at Stewart Boys Racing, or either B&R, some of those guys up there, and see if I can't get this shaft from Can-Am, you know, and try to get this damn thing repaired. But boy, I tell you, so aggravating. So hell, I might as well buy two of them. That way I got a spare transmission, or either sell that transmission, you know what I mean, or whatever. But anyway, all right, so that's what we found. Transmission woes again, and we'll gonna pick everything up and sort of box it up and sort of set it to a side. Can't do anything until I get this gear, this pinion or this ring and pinion. So and my hunch is, my guess is I'll have to buy that ring gear and the pinion, possibly. I don't know. I have to look at it and see. But I bet it's a mate. Okay, so I'm wondering if they're going to make me purchase the ring gear and the, you know, obviously this is the, you know, this is the ring gear, the pinions down in there, and but I'm not so sure they're going to make me buy all of it if that's the case. Well, hell, if that's the case, might as well buy a brand new transmission on $1,500-1,800, something like that. So it might be easier just to do that, and then that way every internal piece is brand new in it, and just be done with it. So all right, guys. Hey, listen, as always, I appreciate you guys watching the video. It's going to be hopefully, I don't know how much video. I didn't give a lot of video because I want to shorten my videos up a little bit. So this is essentially me basically taking this thing apart and figuring out what the hell's going on. And if you guys got a Renegade or an Outlander or something like that, it's only got front wheel drive, this is probably the problem. Okay, so anyway, just give you an idea of what it looks like inside and what breaks in these things. This is number two for us. Just really amazing. And you know, but anyway, appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, comment, and share. We're on our way to 1,000 and 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate that. So but anyway, we'll catch you guys next time. Thank you.